Blessings, everyone. Welcome back to Kyle's Cavern. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. If you guys are new to my channel, I am Kyle. I am owner and operator of Medicine Bag and operator here on YouTube as Cavern. This is a place where everyone can kind of come and, who's interested in spirituality and understanding it more, because it is a journey, it is a process. I'm not one that's gonna, act like I know it all, because some things were not in my tradition of, where I come from and how I was raised. Good to have books and to do research on things that you've never, came across or heard of in your own culture or your own spiritual background. So that's what this channel focuses on. Do scroll through new people, you guys will see videos of me talking about crystals, and I will do more of those because there's so many crystals. The earth is so vast. And I will be posting herbs more. Free to like, comment, share, subscribe, join us. We would love to have you. Hop right into the video. A lot has been happening. I know this has been a minute of me making a video for you guys. Please forgive me. I think I've just been going through life and kind of taking a step back. I kind of think that I overwhelmed myself. I kind of burnt myself out a little bit with the crystal videos, but I am back to do a lot more videos for you guys. Excuse me if I probably look a little or sound a little nasally. I'm like, my allergies are kicking my behind. Happy eclipse season. Happy belated blood moon. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of transformation in the world. There's been a lot of things happening, I think, in our own individual lives and transforming, since we are in the age of Aquarius, the age of humanitarianship. We are in the age of revolution, basically. Internet into information, because this is the age of Aquarius. We have started to really think for ourselves. I think we feel that on a cellular level, and now it's out there in the world, it's like a reflection. And I think that right now we're trying to manage day by day. We're trying to take it day by day. With this future that we're going into, we really have to be just a little bit more mindful with how we are treating ourselves spiritually, how we are thinking about ourselves. And this is stuff that you, of course, have heard millions of times on millions of platforms, but it is true. Being on social media, you get to, and not even just being on it, just scrolling through it, you consume a lot, and it could be like sensory overload, and you kind of feel overstimulated. I've been going out in the forest a lot this year, going for long walks. I'll post some pictures up on the side so you guys can kind of see what I've been, kind of experiencing out there in the woods. But with everything that's kind of happening right now in the world, I think I hear a lot of even when people talk about spirituality in movies and stuff like that, they always, I think what I'm basically getting at is I think that people need to start doing their research more on religion and spirituality, because some people think just because we're floating through space and there's no real, the only thing that really affects us is the sun and partially the moon. Some people really just walk around and think that way. I think that some people don't understand how energy works. It's crazy that we are alive and that we are a society floating through space. I think that's just something that, is just so crazy to think about. I think having those out-of-body moments help you realize that everything is tied together, and even how we've named the planets after deities, and how we've named their moons after, whatever that planet or deity is associated with. Some people will say that there's not a, mysticism to science, but I think that varies on scientists and scientists. It varies from person to person. I think there is still the alchemical, realization that, celestial or earthly substances or earthly matter is or can be activated by celestial substances, like the moon, the sun, and who knows where we're going in the future. We need to start reevaluating what we think we know. I think that's just the biggest thing. Since we are in the age of Aquarius, the age of information, it's at our fingertips all the time. Everyone is always, I know, and never really putting themselves in a real student's seat and really taking the time to really do their research, especially when it comes to spirituality. I am so tired of people always saying it's that black magic or it's that black magic voodoo shit. obviously clearly don't even know what it is. Change the narrative, especially when we're talking about on this channel mainly, is spirituality. As I've just been sitting back and just looking at the world and just looking at, you know, what's been going on in like the media, it's just like it's crazy. And I think that some people have to take their time with other things and show more grace for themselves. I think that will allow them to reflect that same grace out into the world, not be so judgmental. I think people are so judgmental and harshly critical of one another, but they're going through their own insecurities. And I think that people who know themselves and are confident within themselves don't need to go out of their way to, you know, put other people down on the internet. I think that's just something that bored people do. Be authentic. I think that's just the biggest thing. Just be authentic on the internet and be yourself. Truly be yourself, because people are looking for the real thing. I think people are just searching for the real thing and not really playing around anymore, not wanting to play around anymore. So, and now we are in September, so it's crazy. This year's like flown by. I wanted to bring up, since we are heading into September, and this book is something that we're going to be getting a lot into this September, called The Mystical Creature Bible by Brenda Rosen. And this is an interesting book that I found. I recently saw the documentary of A Cursed Man. I think it's on Netflix. And it's a lot of like weird stuff that I think that people don't know about spirituality, and how individuals who are practiced in their traditions and are more experienced with understanding how energy works better than others. Sometimes if people are not privy, even if they're not privy to what voodoo or hoodoo really is, it could still have an effect on an individual. And they may not know until later on. Some people just know how energy works. The women in the Gullah Geechee culture practiced a sound of, almost like a sound of death. I think even when people go to New Orleans, there's a thing about, not, practice, and you shouldn't be down there touching elbows or touching someone else's elbow if they offer you to, because that is a quick way to get something on you that you didn't actually intend at all. So I think that some people out there have evil intentions when it comes to even how spirituality works. This world is so vast. Even though we filled it up so much, it's like we've only explored so much at all, because we've only explored the ocean so much. And who knows what people are gonna do with stuff, that they may find down there. But there's, the Wendigo, there's, Batty Bat, there's so many different entities out there into the world that we don't even know, that I think that now that we're going into eclipse season, and also we are going into fall season, it's just best that we are a lot more aware of the cryptids and other beings that could be out there in the portal once the veil is thin. Because once the veil is thin, it's like fair game. It's like a lot of things come out at night during the thinning of the veil. And that's why I try to make sure that on this channel I at least talk about protections and things to ward off. I will put more. I've done it a few in my crystal videos. You can definitely do it with minerals. I talked about black obsidian. I've talked about black tourmaline. I would say shungite and black tourmaline the most out of the two, just because obsidian will give you visions. And I think if you're not ready for seeing visions, I think you should not, wear obsidian too often, because you may just be so into the veil so much. Or if you can adapt yourself to obsidian, then yes, and work with and understand the element of the stone, then yes. Certain things and how they come to us in their form here on earth, I feel like it reflects its same energy in the spiritual world. See animal parts, still used, because what the animal does, it does in the physical world is what it can do in the spiritual world, basically, if you can work with the tools properly. Be diving deeper into on this channel, because I have been definitely getting more into my plant life and more into understanding plants and being outside and finding mushrooms, and just take care of that little garden that I have at home, and make sure that the flowers, it's just like, and the plants are all fed. It's just been like, even me myself, so it's been a lot of good change. I definitely do feel like my energy, for me at least, Everyone is different. I'm not that person now. It's going to be telling everyone to eat plant-based, because that's not how everyone is built. Everyone is different. Everyone has their own needs. So that's something that you should be looking up with your doctor. You're talking to your doctor with. And working with copper as well. Copper has definitely been helping me with, because it's a warming metal. So brass and copper has definitely been helping me with my joint pains and soothing pains. Crystal amber has definitely been a really healing crystal for me, at least as of late. Great for the immune system, especially if you have amber in a natural amber, Baltic amber, in a necklace. If you have it in a necklace, definitely helps to protect your throat. And I have been working with sapphire a lot, because sapphire is definitely a crystal, a mineral that definitely has a lot of powerful strength, life, energy, especially now because we're in Virgo season. Happy birthday, Virgos. Now we're in Virgo season. I think if you have a piece of sapphire or any jewelry that has sapphire in it, definitely work with sapphire. That is a mineral that I do tie to. It is tied to Virgo, and it is I do think associated with Athena. So I think if you are into the Greek pantheon, I think Athena, it will be a great tie to sapphire. Blue sapphire, especially that dark blue, almost like haint blue or cobalt, they can definitely have like that evil eye protection with them, because Princess Diana probably had a lot of sapphire jewelry. And also she was said to be kind of intuitive herself. So I think that, you know, these minerals do conduct and have you conduct energy in a certain way. And so learning how to focus and channel that in a very healthy way is very important. I work with candles and really being able to send your message through candle work. I think, you know, making sure that you protect your ori is always, or your head is always important, especially within African communities. We are very much so into wrapping our head, you know, a lot, and that just helps us to protect our crown chakra. And it's more than just usually more than just a fashion statement. So adorned, you know, when you get ready, when you get dressed and going out into the world, setting an intention of protection. And if you do protect your head, is a great way before you leave the house, because that just helps you to know that you are spiritually protected over your ori. Your head is protected. You're not absorbing outside energies that are not for you and that are not yours. So learning how to wrap your head, it's very, very important, especially all my African watchers, African-American watchers too. Definitely make sure that you guys are wrapping your heads and protecting your crown. If you're going for a run, your baseball cap is a great way to help you to protect your ori while you're going for a run. Look into your ancestral, you know, lineage, and find out what you and your ancestors did. And I think that's the best way that I could actually guide anyone who is interested into diving more into their spiritual journey. Your bloodline is what makes who you are now. Even if you probably can't make it in a lifetime, you kind of just appreciate it from afar, of like, wow, like my ancestors did some traveling. Opens up your eyes as an individual, to be like, wow, like this world is just vast. I think we need to make sure that we realize how vast this world is, or just going out into nature more. I think being outside in like all those trees, I'll show you more pictures of me being outside in nature, but being outside in all those trees can definitely just helps you to, it helps me to remind myself of how much, even though I'm not, you know, saying myself as small, but seeing all those tall trees around me helps to put everything into perspective. I definitely do. Helps me to calm myself, definitely, when I'm in the woods, when I'm in the forest, and you know, when I'm out there foraging for different, or just enjoy the woods. I'm just really, I go off trail. Like I'm an off trail hiker. Like, cause I just think you may never know what you may find. Of course, in a safe environment, guys. If you guys have like wild, you know, if you guys have like bobcats, bears, if you guys have like crazy like animals in your forest, be safe. you know, really be safe. Not everyone's woods are safe. So I think if you are going out into your local forest or any forest around you, just be safe. And just know certain rules about how animals work before you go out there too. I think we need to realize as well to not get angry that they defend their territory, or if they get a little bit frustrated. Nature spirits, they have to be respected, and I think for me at least, I've never had any issues with animals. I've seen a lot of pretty animals. I'll put pictures up here, I've seen like a white squirrel, I've seen a black squirrel on my walks. So transformation is definitely coming, guys. It's happening on a cellular level. We can feel it coming, and it's being shown to us of what's changing around us. And I think as humans, we are very adaptable. There's nothing that we cannot adapt to. If we are made up of mostly water, and our planet is surrounded by earth and water, working with those elements to adapt to our physical environments is, I think, very, very important. Areas in our life, harvesting, and being thankful, and that's even before Thanksgiving. You know, I think just like, you know, I think always practicing mindfulness, being thankful, is very important in our day-to-day life. This is important, even in spirituality. You're not going to talk to a spirit like you wouldn't talk to a loved one. You would respect them. So definitely have to make sure that we are respecting the forest, and respecting the spirits that live in the forest, even the unseen spirits. And there are ley lines. There are energetic ley lines that lay throughout the earth. There are portals in the forest where vines twist and turn. Those areas hold energy. And if you know where to look, you'll be able to find them. And I think that once you guys get out if you haven't gotten out into the woods or into nature a lot more, do so. It definitely helps me feel better, for sure. This has definitely been a check-in video. I will be posting more on here. I will be uploading more content on here for you guys, especially now since I want to dive more into this creature book. I want to be doing some research more of creatures throughout fall, and I want to do individual videos on them. I'll have to do individual research because this only gives us a short entryway of, you know, certain deities, certain creatures. Only gives us a little bit of information. So I definitely want to make sure that I am you know, because we're in Pisces. This was a Pisces blood moon, so like mermaid energy. Silkies are, you know, just dragons are also, I think, very connected to the crossroads and to the other side. So not all dragons are negative. You know, we noticed that even through, you know, we've noticed how dragons are always destruction and the devil. So, you know, their magic, their nature, they are guardians, basically. Get back more into making videos with you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. I will do another video tomorrow. It'll probably be a crystal video because I do want to make sure, like I said, to do more research on these creatures. But after that, yes, we're hopping right into the Monster Bible and doing some research on some monsters this fall, just so, you know, we have something for Halloween season, because I love Halloween. If you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a thumbs up. It means a lot, and also it would encourage me to continue to post because I do miss doing this for you guys. I'm back now. I definitely feel better now. You guys are having a really good night. I really do hope you guys are having a safe night, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Take care.